What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Grubbverse, and today you're going to get my review of The Penguin, episodes 1 and 2. This won't be a full play-by-play, but there will be some spoilers, and I will talk about little scenes here and there in the show. So if you would like to not be spoiled, or you haven't seen the show yet, go watch it, and feel free to come back and check my review out.
Spoilers!
We pick up where we left off at the end of The Batman. Oswald is dealing with the aftermath of Carmine Falcone's death. His son Alberto is set to pick up the throne, but that's going to be a little difficult after Oswald's temper gets in the way.
You shot him?
We get to meet Victor Aguilar, a young kid trying to steal the rims off of Oz's car, and Oz recruits him into his service, kind of forcefully, at gunpoint.
Stick him up!
Oz seems to have a immediate connection with Vic. We learn that they are from around the same neighborhood in Gotham. Maybe that gets on Oz's soft side a little bit.
You're actually a big softie.
I'm sure we'll learn later if there's a deeper motivation for Oz wanting to bring Vic into the fold. It's not often we get to see this kind of soft side of a comic book villain. And I think that's something very interesting in the show that I think we're just going to build upon from here. We soon meet Sophia Falcone, played by Christine Milioti from The Wolf of Wall Street. And she is quite menacing. She's suspects Oswald may have something to do with her brother's disappearance. And we get a little glimpse of how violent and ruthless she might be. I'm excited to see just how much of her Hangman side, who is the villain that she became in the comics, we get to see.
The Hangman?
We get to meet Oz's mom, who seems to be suffering from some sort of brain disease, Alzheimer's, dementia, and we find out, is part of Oz's motivation. She wants nothing more than her son to become the most powerful man in Gotham.
That's my son! That's my son!
We finish up episode 1 with Victor and Oz successfully framing the Maronis for the death of Alberto. Oz himself mentions that the Maronis shouldn't be mad that they were framed because they want to seem powerful, which makes sense. You know, Salvatore's in prison, so he wants the rival family to know that he still has pull while he's sitting in Blackgate. Episode 2 is kind of one note through the entire thing, and that note is anxiety, because Oz is having to constantly make sure that the Falcones don't find out that he was the one responsible for Alberto's death. We get a little bit more of a glimpse into how fragile Sophia's mind is after being in Arkham so long. She's having to attend therapy and is having nightmares.
Therapy?
We do get to learn a little more about how close Sophia and her brother were, which explains the kind of anger she's feeling about his death. I thought it was a little odd that Sophia's uncle pops up out of nowhere to kind of take over and run the family, but it does pay off for the story later on.
Thank heavens.
You get to kind of see that there's going to be a fight for power within the family, and also the overarching fight for power to control Gotham.
And who is running Gotham?
Episode 2 is also the first time that we see Victor failing Oz and ultimately getting him into more trouble than he needed to be.
Oh, you have been a bad boy.
And later you see that Oz has his own way of dealing with this and kind of teaching Victor a lesson and explaining to him how mistakes can cost you your life in this business. Overall, I'm thoroughly enjoying this show. If you've ever seen The Sopranos or another mafia crime drama, this is very much the same tone. I can't wait to see how much it connects to the overarching Pattinson verse or the Battinson verse. And I think they're doing a really good job of connecting the audience with the Penguin in a way that we haven't been connected to a villain really yet. I think the acting is top notch. Colin Farrell does an amazing job at hiding underneath all of that, all of those prosthetics and makeup. It almost makes you forget that it's Colin Farrell under there, and it really just lets his acting show through. Christine Milioti plays a wonderful villain. She's menacing, she's dark, but also you can see her emotion. You can see the troubles in her past. You can see all of the things that are motivating her to pick up the mantle of head of the family from her father and her brother. I can't wait to see where the rest of this show takes us. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss my next review. Hopefully you enjoyed my review, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care. This won't be a full play-by-play. Awesome. We pick up where we left off. Dang it, kick the damn desk. Grr.